Janelle, what were your feelings about the training before you came?
Before I came, I had looked at the book and I had a general understanding of some of the terms, but during the training, I really learned more in depth about the numbers and how they relate to each other and how it all works.
And what do you take away from the training now that we're at the end of day 5?
Now, at the end, I feel much more confident in relaying the information about the numbers and the energies, and more confident about pulling together an entire reading from beginning to end and giving that to the client.
Thank you. Charlie, how's the 5 days been of the training for you?
Yeah, really good. I wasn't really sure what to expect. I had read the book and I had a bit of an understanding of this system, but I wasn't really I wasn't sure what to expect, and I've been pleasantly surprised with the depth we've gone into, and I'm feeling really confident now, so thank you.
Thank you. Tracy, how are you feeling about the training before you came?
Yeah, I think before I came, I too had the book and had skimmed it and had some general knowledge and understanding about it. I was more curious than anything else. And after 5 days of training, I have learned that I really need to drop out of my head and down into the rest of my body to do this kind of work. So it's been really enlightening, and I've really enjoyed it.
Okay, thank you. Kelly, how's the last 5 days been of this transmission?
Very intense. I feel like the numbers are now a part of me, and that I really connected to them and just have to let spirit come through and guide me. Thank you. I feel connected to everybody in this group too. So.
Okay, thank you. Amber, how's the training been for you in your spiritual awakening process?
It is very powerful, because I am here for a reason, to know why I'm guided to do the work I'm doing with Tantra. And sometimes it can be very challenging if you do not know the purpose. But coming on to this training, it really opened my soul, I would say, like, why am I doing this? And the connection with numbers were very important, because in the middle of the training, I could see the childhood trauma and how I disconnected with the numbers, and that made me disconnect with money. So through the healing and your guidance and Antigone's guidance, it was very powerful, and whole group was so amazing that I could raise my energy. I'm so honored to do this work. Thank you.
Thank you. Lizzie, what do you take away from the training?
I think I take away in 2 levels. Number one is that I was able to understand, because I had read the book, but the training takes you at a completely different level. And also it's so much information and so in depth that at first, the first couple of days, you feel a little overwhelmed. But once you connect with that spiritual part of it, then it all sort of comes together as we were promised at the beginning. At the second level, I also was able to connect and gain clarity as to where I need to go in the future. I knew it was something spiritual, but I didn't know exactly what. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. Monique, how's the training been for you?
Really incredible. I had read the book previously and had a soul contract reading myself, but I really feel that the numbers have come alive for me now, and I just have a whole new level of understanding and embodiment of the numbers, and I'm really excited about bringing this system forward to the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Emmy, how were you before the training? How did you feel?
I was just really excited and really pulled to learn about how to do this work after having a reading done. So yeah, I was just really excited to just soak up all the knowledge that I could.
Okay, thank you. Hans, how are you after 5 days of immersion in this frequency?
I've intuitively driven to this work. I have read some books and started doing something with it, and I wanted to go deeper. And it was really amazing what I have learned here. It was so deep, and I never thought that it's possible to connect really deep with another soul. And it's, for me, it's a holy work, and it's absolutely amazing. It's the deepest what I've done until now.
Okay, thank you. Sarah, how does this work sit with your scientific mind after 5 days? Where is that mind gone?
I had read the book and done some practice charts for people before the training. And so before the training, I thought, well, what will the training bring me that the book didn't? Because I did understand the numbers and how they all went together. But now through the training, now I feel the numbers. And so I love that it is systematic and that there's a lot of structure to this work. But at the same time, after the training now, I really feel all the intricacies of it and be able to look at someone's chart and really feel a piece of who they are and how their life has probably unfolded, and what to bring to their attention to really help them bring out their talents and improve the trajectory of their life. So the work is very logical, which appeals to my science mind, but at the same time, it's very personal, and I really like that too.
Okay, thank you. April, how are you doing after 5 days?
I am inspired as somebody who has reached a time in my life when my children are grown, I have my education, there was still, I felt more I needed to know, more I wanted to know, more time. And I love that this is ageless, that you can be either a 15-year-old or a 50-year-old and find still what you are here to do and what your lessons. And as a therapist, it just blended. I'm a holistic therapist, mixing my education and spirituality, and what a beautiful bridge to be able to talk to people and their trauma and their pain, also give them a way out, find out what the lessons, karmic lessons are, what our talents are. There's a hope and there's a way and there's a never ending. It's never too late to learn. It's never too late to get healed. And it's never too late to be proactive in your life and still accelerating on a vibrational level. It's a blessing to me, to the world, especially in the world that we live in today. All of us are wandering around. It's as though COVID sent us to our rooms and God said, okay, this is your chance, get it together. And for me, this was a way to get it together through you and all of these kindred spirits. Also, you know you're not alone, and you know we're all in this together, which is really enlightening to me and reinforcing to what is going on and what I'm doing. So thank you. Blessings to the universe, to you, Nicolas, to Antigone, to everybody on staff. You are much needed, much needed.
Thank you, April. Heidi, how's this going to fit in with your more 3D career in the world?
What I love about the system is that I can bring together both my spiritual side and my business background, and I've got some really strong, grounded energies and research and profound learning that can be translated so that people can really find it accessible. They can access the knowledge. And for me personally, doing the training, I was able to see where I was on my personal stage of my soul purpose destiny. And I'd done quite a lot of work, and I was able to see what my next steps are, which gives me the confidence so that I can take the learning I've had here, working with you and the team and our lovely group, And although it's been quite intense, it's now really fitting into place, and I feel I can take that out into the world and be one of the people taking out the message based on the learning we've had from you. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. Marilyn, how's the journey been from the mind to the heart and body?
In your question, you give the answer. As always with the courses, with your courses, I start as a student, and in the way you teach, you always go to awakening a teacher for ourselves. And this is again what I've found in the changing of energies, going from the mind and trying to understand to going more from getting another energy and then embodying another energy. And what I also got from it is something that I did not anticipate, which is what we touched upon today, especially, which is something above understanding, and I would say even above the brain and the body. Something I cannot name or anything, but that I have felt without feeling today. And basically, it's not just a journey from understanding to feeling, but even above that. And because it's the first time I felt it today, I cannot explain it more accurately, but there is something to continue thanks to this learning from the soul contract. So it's definitely something that will continue for me.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
And how's the work impacted your current state of spiritual journey?
Yeah, well, I came into the class kind of wanting to learn more about my life and understanding my chart, and I feel I really have, but I wasn't really sure how else it was going to impact me, and but I really feel like you've transmitted this, you and Antigone, so well, and it does become a vibration through you, and kind of a knowing and absorption, and it's so powerful. And I have to say, I'm really drawn. Like I can't wait to share this with others, and because I know how much it's impacted my life, and I'm looking forward to doing that for others. Thank you.
Elaine.
I've had an amazing week. It's been so much more than I expected. Super intense, super emotional, super healing. A beautiful group, and yeah, I felt really held. Learned so much about myself and everybody, and yeah, I'd highly recommend it.
Okay, thank you. Jill. You have to turn on the microphone.
Sorry. I've been looking forward to doing this. I almost did it another time a few years ago, but I found the book about 7-8 years ago and read it back then. And I really knew that I would do this training and do this work at some point then. And in the meantime, before it aligned for me, I did do some readings. And sorry. After doing the 5 days, I really, I like was already said, I knew the letters really well. I studied them well before, but now I feel them and I understand a lot of them to more and more aspects of them and deeper aspects. And some of them, there's been some clarity, which is priceless, for a few points of clarity, because I want to make sure I'm doing this work as accurately as possible. And it's kind of just doing it and reconnecting with my chart, and just getting a couple readings through this great group of people too has kind of redirected me more strongly and aligned me more strongly with my purpose. And so that's really clear. And all of the people here are amazing to just meet and be with too, because yeah, you're not alone, you know, I'm not super comfortable in the 3D world, but I want to be here to help people. And I love when I meet other people like that too.
Okay, thank you. Lauren, how's it being assisting for the first time?
It has been really expansive. I have so enjoyed being in the energy of this group and helping to hold space for you to absorb the transmission and grow and share it with each other. And it's been an honor. I'm deeply humbled and really grateful for all of you and everything you've shared. I'm getting emotional now. I really feel blessed to have been given this opportunity to be here with you all. And I'm very excited for all of you to bring this out into the world.
Okay, thank you. Jose, you're an old hand at this. How's it been hearing it live for the first time?
Well, after 3 years, it was well worth it to finally make it. I expected a lot, and I got much more than what I expected. I feel transformed as a practitioner of this system and as a person as well. I loved the company, loved feeling the energy of all of you, and I loved the way the training along these 5 days has been structured, delivered. I think it's a great example of how a training delivered online can be a very profound experience. I was hoping to get an energetic path to access to the numbers beyond the cognitive path. I got it. Oh yeah. And I want to thank you all. And I want to thank you especially for all your generosity in the way you structure this and for what everything you offer in this training. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jose. Tila, are you up to sharing?
I was just thinking about what my intention was on the first day, and my intention was to learn everything necessary to develop my practice and to offer readings to clients in the most productive, efficient, and transformative way for them. And I feel like this training has certainly been, has certainly given me everything I need to create my style of working with people that will serve them in alignment with the gifts I have to offer.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mina, how are you doing after 5 days? What do you take away from the training?
I feel amazing. Thank you so much, Nicolas. My original intention really for this course was just to, because I've known about soul contract training for many years. I read part of the book, I have to admit, a few years ago, but I've just always been intrigued. So originally, this was really just to help my current practice to gain further clarity and insight to my clients and future clients. But I cannot tell you how much I have connected deeper within myself. And so therefore, this has all been about me, which is pretty awesome. Because now I can walk away and I feel like I can just take all these tools. I've opened myself up, so therefore I can take all these tools and just to help my clients right now. So I recommend any therapist who's working in the holistic field to to take this course because it will just enrich the practice. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you everybody for sharing from the heart.